Hey guys, so I just want to make a quick video explaining what's going on with the Anycubic Kobra S1 combo. So yeah, I'm still having problems with it, and I've done just about every test I can think of. It's still the extruder. It's still the same problem I had as before. So I've done all the tests I can think of. I've done, extrusion tests, checking random settings that have to do with the pressure advanced system. Didn't really make a difference. So I pulled the new extruder apart to figure out what's going on. So as you can see here, that little piece that we were explaining about before that was made out of plastic, they've now replaced with metal on the new extruder, which is great. They've also put in this new piece to stop the filament getting stuck, which is great as well. But the thing I was noticing is, even on the test prints, this is the last test print I did, and I was able to get it as close as possible. But you can see it's still having this really weird blobbing issue, which to me only says one thing. It's gotta be the extruder is too tight, because it's not, like, there's so much pressure as it goes around and starts the new layer, the excess pressure gets pushed out, causing these blobs. You can see it even worse here when I didn't have it loosened all the way up. But what was happening was this extruder here had that screw and spring in there, and I'd undone the bolt as far as it could possibly go, and that's this print. And you can see, still causing the blobbing. Now, when I was talking to Anycubic support, I showed them the benchy that I did. This was the original one, and they said, oh yeah, it looks fine. Well, on the top surface here, now they said, oh, it's just a bit of texturing. I don't know about you, but that does not look like texturing. That looks like way too much filament extrusion. And I'm still getting a bit of stringing, don't worry about that. That's just the filament was a bit wet when I did it. It's fine, it's dried up now. But that top surface is way too over extruded. You can see on the corners where it does the joins and that, you can just see how much excess filament is just being squirted out. It doesn't seem like a lot, but you can see with all these tests that I was doing, in between each test was looking exactly the same. You can see those corners way too over extruded. So I'd loosen it all a bit more, another half turn, test again, another half turn, test again. I got up to test 13, and that one looks pretty good, but you can see there's still too much extrusion on the corners. So I'm sitting there stumped going, okay, well, I've loosened the extruder wheel as far as it will go, and I'm still having over extrusion. So I went ahead and tested all my other settings with the pressure advanced system. I put it on auto, still getting too much extrusion. I put it on, turned it off, still same problem. And I did the pressure advanced tests with, I don't have them here, but they were another piece, a different style test. Did all of those ones. Same result. I put in the correct values, still didn't fix the issue. So as I pulled it all apart, I was talking to a friend and saying, I think the only thing that could cause this, because when I noticed it out of the box, it was way, way, way too tight, is that the spring is brand new and it hasn't been compressed enough for it to be, able to be loosened off all the way so that you can get it in the correct spot. And what do you know? Here's the old spring, and there's the new spring. Same style spring, same everything, except my old spring is compressed and this one is not. So it means from the factory, the spring is too strong. So now I have to either use my old spring, pull this whole thing to pieces, which is a pain in the ass, because you can see here, if you don't get that little cradle or whatever the hell they call it, pendulum, that's what it's called, in the right spot, that little metal pendulum connects to that little spring and has to sit under that bit of plastic so that it's sitting in the right spot. If that comes dislodged just the littlest bit, when you put the top piece on, it will clog the filament. And I know that because I've already done it. I've pulled this thing to pieces like 10 times now, trying to figure out what's wrong. And all the forums I'm looking at and all online, you cannot get these parts because it's such a problem. They don't have enough. They're trying to make more, trying to fix it, trying to make more. It's just like, come on, get rid of this bloody crappy little screw and fix the problem properly so that we can use the printer, really. I mean, look at that. That's the best I got. And it's still terrible. And the only other fix for me is to replace the old spring, which I'm going to do now, to the old one that I had. Luckily, I didn't throw out all the parts, and fix the issue. But I mean, come on, Anycubic. This needs to be fixed.